Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name's Taechichu and I don't know what I'm doing, I'll never know what I'm doing, and that's what I'm using as an intro. Okay, so, as it is spooky season, I'm not going to turn the light off because it's kind of hard to see. As it is spooky season, I am making a plethora of spooky videos, and this one is kind of interesting. It's kind of different. I like the concept that I do because my content's kind of different, but this video is what I think a witch's Pokemon team would look like. Like if Pokemon were real, and you know, who knows if witches are real, but this is what a witch's team would be if Pokemon were real, or at least in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What would you switch out, and give me a reasoning. But yeah, let's get into it. Firstly, I had down Litten. Litten I had down because it is literally a black cat, and something that screams witch to me is black cat, such as, you know, Kiki's delivery service, where Kiki's a witch and then she has a cat who is black. It is literally a black cat, one of the most predominant black cats, I would say, as well. So that's why I thought it was very fitting. It is a dark type, such as, you know, dark magic, or magic is considered a dark art, so that typing really fits well with a witch as well. I said as well twice. And then it is also a fire type, which I think would help, you know, if a witch needed to heat up her cauldron for potions and, you know, light it all up to get things bubbling and boiling, be trouble, whatever the rhyme is. But yeah, Litten was the first thing that was the first Pokemon I had down, because it's literally a black cat, and black cat just speaks witch to me. I just want to say that with this, I did think about real witches, and like it's a hard subject because I know that there are people who are considered witches or consider themselves Wiccan. And I put a little bit of everything in it. I didn't just think of one specific witch type. I put a lot of thought into this witch list of like people who consider themselves real witches and the witches from like Halloween lore, you know? But yeah, so Litten was definitely a pick in my list. Next, I had Carbink, and I had Carbink because when you look up witches and stuff, it shows, especially like people who consider themselves witches now, there are crystals, and like they love their crystals, such as rose quartz, black onyx, adventurite, you know, like types of gems. And Carbink is literally called the jewel Pokemon. So I was thinking, you know, Carbink would be good for a bunch of crystals, which would be like good for a witch because that's how they do auras and such. And it also has a fairy typing, which I think gives like that mystical kind of way, kind of like how witches are, you know, like with magic. And so I mainly chose Carbink because it has a lot to do with the crystal aspect and how witches like crystals, and then also the fact that, you know, fairy typing has more of like a mystical thing to it, just like witches do. So yeah, there was not, some of these have more distinct reasons than others, but I'm just saying. Next is Gengar. I chose Gengar for a plethora of reasons. Just like in my last video when I was talking about Gengar, about how he's like a big protector because he's like 4'11" and stuff like that. I think that he'd be good for a witch to have as protection, because it is a ghost, and witches can speak more to the spiritual realm because they have that kind of, you know, they have that power. Or at least I presumed stuff that I've read on, stuff that I've, you know, seen. Like I said, this is both based on non-fictional and fictional. Gengar also a poison type, and I think poison is good for potions, or like put in a cauldron, or like just stuff like that. I think that poison is a good typing to put into it because I think that it helps with potions and it helps with spells and stuff like that. And then also, you know, if you got a bad witch, then a Gengar could steal them for, I don't know. A Gengar could be like a witch's protector, and like the one that looks out for them and helps, and is like a really nice little assistant and like a bodyguard, and I think that's cool. I don't know, I like Gengar, but I thought that the poison typing was like a big reason as to why it would be there. So yes, Gengar is another Pokemon I thought I'd just put in there. Next is Cast Form. Like I said, reading about witches, they really care about the seasons and elements. So I thought Cast Form would be good because Cast Form kind of changes with the elements, and that would be good for a witch spiritually, and maybe help out with spells a little bit. But yeah, Cast Form, you know, changes with the elements. It changes with seasons, and that's really what witches care about a lot, is like, you know, such if it's raining, if it's sunny, summer, winter, fall. Yeah, they care a lot about it, and or at least from what I've read, witches care a lot about that kind of stuff. So I think Cast Form would be good, you know, to help out, not, you know, with like spells or just spiritually for a witch, you know. Next, so Sableye. I put Sableye kind of like as a little imp. You know how in like Harry Potter, how they had like the little goblin people? That's how I kind of imagine Sableye. Sableye would be like a little helper, like a little imp kind of. And then it also has that dark typing so that it could help with magic. And I think it's also good for a ghost typing, such as it can be really spooky. And also, Sableye has a lot of gems. Like, it has gems for eyes, has a gem on its stomach. And like I've stated before with Carbink, which is like gems. So that's where my thought process comes from, is that I think Sableye is one of the most perfect ones for witches, other than Litten, because Litten's a black cat. Sableye, it literally has the gems. It is a dark type. It's like a small little imp helper, kind of like in Harry Potter. And, you know, it's like a little helper. It's a little imp helper, Sableye. And then finally I had Meowstic, because I thought I had to have a little bit of a psychic Pokemon in there. I really put this kind of as Meowstic slash Esper, because it's a psychic type, and I think that'd be good for like things such as telekinesis. And it's also well, at least Esper has an obscene amount of power, and I feel like in a world, witches have like a lot of power, but they only choose to use a little bit of it. And it's also like cat-like. So when I think of witch, I think of cat to be like the best companion or the best little like helper, and Meowstic and Esper they walk on two legs. They don't walk on all fours. So I think that they'd be a really good helper as well. But yeah, I knew I needed a psychic type on this little roster, and I thought Meowstic slash Esper would really, you know, like amp it up. And I feel like they're really good. Like, it's a really good choice, especially because they're so cat-like, and, you know, witches, cats. Yeah, this is kind of silly, but, you know, I had a lot of fun doing it and thinking about it and then giving like my little reasons for it. So let me know if you guys like this. I can do vampire, I can do werewolf, I can do Frankenstein, I can do all sorts of nonsense, okay? I just like it and I think it's fun. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Comment what other monsters I should do if you think I should do more monsters, slash like stuff like a witch. I don't think a witch is technically a monster. Anyway, but yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see me down in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave a like down below. And if you want to see more content from me, subscribe down below as well. I also have a Ko-fi account where you could donate to me to help make my content better, but you do not have to. I cannot reiterate that enough. It's just there just in case you have the money. Please don't donate if you do not have the money to do so. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.